Hi everyone, it's great to see you. It is finally past daylily season here, and I am always sad to see it go, but always glad that next year I can be planning for more daylilies. Now, one thing I really noticed this year was that the foliage in my daylilies are not doing too well, and there's a couple reasons for that. I thought I'd share with you my observations, what I'm doing about it, because this might be something you're running into also. So what I'm seeing on a lot of my daylilies are that they're getting this yellow and brown streak on them. And this is actually called daylily leaf streak. Makes sense. So daylily leaf streak usually starts at the tip of your daylilies and works downward, and it's just what I described here. It's this yellow to brownish streak that starts to show up, and it travels down your daylily leaf. Eventually it kind of just dies off. So this is actually a type of fungus that you can have. And we have had a very wet summer, a very warm summer, and fungi love wet and warm. So definitely leaf streak is, more prevalent this year, probably more so than ever. Now, leaf streak looks a lot like daylily rust also. And there's one way that you can tell the difference between those two different types of fungi. And that's to take a white cloth and just gently wipe your leaf. And if it comes up, absolutely fine. Well, that's a little twig. But there's no orange streaks on here. If it were leaf rust, then there are little tiny orange capsules of powdery spores. And when you pat them with your white towel, they're going to come right off on that. So I know this is definitely not daylily rust, which is great. Now, I was pretty sure it wasn't daylily rust because daylily rust does not flourish in cold areas. So really you only see daylily rust in more of the warmer climates, zones 7 and higher, and we're zone 6. So thank goodness, one thing that I don't have to worry about is daylily rust, but this is daylily leaf streak. So a couple things you can do with this. If you find that you have daylily leaf streak, probably the most important thing that you do is you dispose of any infected leaves. So if you see a leaf like this, you actually can reach down, pull it right off, and get rid of it. And you don't want to put this in your compost pile, really dispose of it. We don't want to be spreading this around. And, as your leaves just naturally are going through that cycle where they're dying off, you're just collecting them regularly from the base of your daylily and getting rid of them. The other thing that you can do is you can spray a fungicide on these leaves as soon as you see it start. So I have a lot of leaves with this now. Now I'm going to start cutting things down, so it's not a big deal. But what I should have done at the beginning, when I first saw the first signs of leaf streak, was to begin spraying it with a fungicide. And you can just Google that. There are lots of different fungicides out there. Choose whichever one you're most comfortable with. And if you have a real rainy, warm season like we did this year, that's something that you could definitely look into. So daylily leaf streak is not the end of the world here. However, you do want to address it because it doesn't look very pretty. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video.